Alright guys, now today I want to talk about the topic of erectile dysfunction, otherwise known as ED. Now, ED is extremely common, especially nowadays with the rise in so many estrogenic things in our environment, in our immediate environment. You know, a lot of us have grown up in a school system and eating, fast food and certain types of food in all sorts of highly estrogenic containers, where over the years, our body starts to build up certain deficiencies, and it builds up a lot of these phytoestrogens in our system, where we start to have problems. And one of the problems is erectile dysfunction, especially in guys after the age of about 35. There's definitely an increase in erectile dysfunction issues, but surprisingly, there are a lot of younger guys, sometimes even teenagers, who have erectile dysfunction problems. So today in this video, I want to talk about a 3-step solution that will help to cure this problem in general. And I want you to understand really, what you're dealing with, because a lot of guys just think that they can just solve it simply by taking a Viagra or something, when in reality, your erectile dysfunction is usually caused by a handful of things, and by understanding what those things are, you can pretty quickly get rid of the problem in your life, and you'll never have to deal with it again. So if that sounds good, you can keep watching now. So just some stats for you real quick. About 50% of men age 40 to 70 have erectile dysfunction problems. Now, that's a lot. 50%, that's a massive amount. 90% of men who are diagnosed with erectile dysfunction have an elevated risk of heart attack. And I'll get to that reason why. That's an interesting correlation though. I'll get to why that is here in a few minutes. And 25% of men seeking treatment for ED are actually under the age of 20. That's, again, it goes back to what I was just saying. So knowing all these things, we can also start to piece together a look at what are the real issues here that are causing erectile dysfunction. Now, the first thing that I want you to do in this simple 3-step plan, if you address these 3 facets and you take these seriously and you really do your homework on these and actually put into action some certain simple things in your life, you'll actually see a really great improvement. Now, the first thing is low testosterone. If you have low T, if you're dealing with low T, if you have all sorts of symptoms of low T, which can range from depression, anxiety symptoms, sometimes, especially if you don't know why it's in your life, if you have that depression or lingering anxiety, or if you just are, really have a lot of trouble either losing a lot of stubborn body fat, or if you have trouble putting on muscle, if you have trouble sleeping, if you have erectile dysfunction, if you have these types of symptoms, it's a very good sign or a good probability that you probably have low T. Now, the first way to get rid of erectile dysfunction issues is to get rid of the low T and correct the low T and bring your testosterone back into the normal range naturally. Now, we have a ton of information for you on Anabolic Mind on how to do that. We walk you through the framework of the masculine optimization pyramid, correcting micronutrient deficiencies, nutrition, lifestyle, training, and supplementation to get your body producing its own natural testosterone again. And I guarantee you, if you have erectile dysfunction issues, but if it's caused by low T, if you bring your testosterone back into the normal range naturally, where your body's producing its own testosterone again, you will get rid of these erectile dysfunction symptoms. Your erections will be strong, and you'll have good libido again, so you won't have to even worry about that. So the first thing I want you to do, the first simple step, is to correct your low testosterone. Go over to anabolicmen.com. On the homepage, you'll see a little box that says low testosterone or fix low testosterone. You can click there. We've got a whole information page on how to do that. When you correct that, your erectile dysfunction it'll improve. It'll go away. The second thing I want you to do, and this is where a lot of people stumble. It might seem so simple that people just overlook it, when in reality, it's actually one of the biggest things that you need to pay attention to. Now, this is stress. Eliminate stress in your life at all angles. There's stress coming in, psychological stress, mental stress, relationship type stress. There's all this stress, but there's also a lot of stress that's just physical inside your body that's happening. Whether that's eating a lot of inflammatory foods, or not getting enough sleep to the point where your body is really just in this stressed out state all the time because it hasn't properly recovered, or it might even be overtraining or experiencing burnout through some systemic failure type training, where you're really pushing your body so hard that it's just so stressed out that it starts to shut down and starts to move away from the production of more vital hormones and suppress the production of hormones like testosterone or other androgens, because it's not concerned with your sexual health. It's not concerned with whether you can get hard or have good libido or a good erection, because it's concerned with surviving. Now, if you're in this state of chronic stress, high stress, you really need to get over that. You need to. It also could be caused by, if you see it a lot in obese guys. So your body, if you're obese, you're really stressing your body out. So you're going to have a lot of problems with erectile dysfunction. So you could try and have a quick fix to it, but it may help for a period of time. But ultimately, getting rid of that excess body fat is really going to help. You need to get your body out of a state of stress and into a state of balance, and where you can relax, but you can also go really hard, work really hard, but then you can turn it off and relax and recover from what you did. Or you can train really hard, but then relax and recover. And that's how you're going to see steady progress, not only in your physique, but also in your hormonal health and your well-being. Everything's going to progress. So pay attention to the stress, because a lot of people think that just taking a pill is going to solve all of their problems. And it may be the icing on the cake where, for example, we'll get into the next step here, but it may be the case where just doing something small, one small tweak can help everything. But if you don't address the low testosterone, if you still have low testosterone, and if you still are extremely stressed out and your body's in this state of stress, then you're not going to have good results on doing anything. So you need to get rid of those problems first. You need to address those, and by just actively addressing them, it could be in as little as a few weeks where you start to see really good results, but you have to actually take the steps to do so. So those are the first things. Now the next thing that really needs to happen, and this goes back to that first stat that we said that correlates with the fact that 90% of men who are diagnosed with erectile dysfunction also are at high risk for a heart attack. This comes down to that principle. So the reason is because one of the biggest causes of erectile dysfunction in general is the inability to produce nitric oxide. So your body has a really hard time producing nitric oxide. And this can be for many reasons, but a lot of it has to do with, basically, if you're solving the low T and the stress problems, your body's going to naturally come back into a state of balance where it's feeling good again. So the nitric oxide is improving your vascular health. Now a lot of guys, that's statistic where showing that they're at high risk for a heart attack, the guys who have erectile dysfunction, it's because they have a very poorly functioning vascular system. And a lot of what happens with erectile dysfunction is that your body vascular system is so poorly functioning that your body, you cannot send enough blood flow to the right areas. So that's where a lot of these problems happen. So by taking a daily step toward improving your vascular functioning, by increasing nitric oxide production, increasing blood flow, and just creating a very healthy circulatory system, you're going to have way less problems with erectile dysfunction. And that's a very simple way to do things. Like I said, again, you need to address the other things, but having a really good nitric oxide production in your body is going to send, not only will you get the erections, but your erections are stronger, which it's noticeable. So one of the best ways to do that is to actually take a combination of garlic and vitamin C in the correct dosages. Now, garlic extract and vitamin C, when combined together, there's research showing that can increase nitric oxide production in human men by up to 200%, which is big. It's great. Another thing you can do is take something known as pine bark extract or pycnogenol, which is also great. And basically what we ended up doing with Anabolic Men and Truth Nutraceuticals, we actually put together a supplement that's specifically designed for this to help with your erectile dysfunction oriented nitric oxide production. So we actually have the clinical dosage of vitamin C, clinical dosage of garlic bulb extract, and pine bark extract in here, as well as horse chestnut extract, which is really good for helping open up any kind of stressed out veins, varicose veins that get congested. The horse chestnut extract can open that up. So basically with this supplement, you actually, on a daily regimen of this supplement, you can really improve your vascular functioning. So there you have it. Those are the three simple steps. Now, another couple of things that you can do that are easy is, first off, if you can either supplement with something like redwood, where it's all in one thing, or you can supplement with garlic and vitamin C in these separate ones. These are good brands actually, Thorne Research and Protocol for Life. They're good brands. You can supplement that, or you can eat foods that contain these things. So I happen to love foods that are high in vitamin C, a lot of citrus. So it's very good for you. And you can consume a lot of citrus, and you can also consume foods like garlic every day. Now, if you do that, you might see a really good improvement right there. Now, the second thing that you should do is consume nitrate-rich foods. Now, this could be a lot of leafy green vegetables, or a lot of vegetables that are high in nitrates. So you want to consume these, because what happens is on your tongue there are compounds known as nitrotynes, or there are enzymes that convert nitrates into nitrotynes in your body, which help produce nitric oxide in your body. So when you eat the nitrate-rich foods, it's converted into the nitrotynes in your body via these tongue enzymes, and then you start to support that healthy function. And you should do all these in conjunction, because that'll be really healthy for you anyway. A lot of these nitrate-rich foods are actually really high in vitamins and minerals, so they're great for you anyway. Another thing you can do is eat more pomegranates, because there's a study showing that pomegranates will help with libido, with self-reported libido, and they also help lower LDL cholesterol levels for people with high blood pressure, which again comes down to you'll be improving your vascular functioning. They're very high in antioxidants as well, and in vitamin C, so they're a great thing to eat as well. So there you have it. That is our simple 3-step system for curing erectile dysfunction naturally. Hopefully this helped you out, because I don't want people to just think that all you have to do is just take a pill to solve your problem. You need to have a full look. Your body is contextually, you are a full system, an operating system, that you need to have a full look at things, because in some cases, taking, using the vitamin C and the garlic is going to immediately have an effect. And we've actually had people who are Redwood customers who report this effect immediately. And they say, oh my gosh, this works. I've never found something that works like this. This is awesome. They're in a certain place where they probably they've already got their testosterone addressed, and they probably aren't chronically stressed out. Now, if you're in the case where you're chronically stressed out, or maybe you have low testosterone, or maybe it just might take you another month or two of really helping increase your testosterone back into the normal range, then I highly suggest that in conjunction with using things like vitamin C and garlic and pine bark extract, using those supplements, also in conjunction with that, you need to make sure that you're doing all the right stuff to help your body naturally produce testosterone again, or else you're really just not addressing one of the major core problems. And those are the 3 big core issues that cause erectile dysfunction. And if you can address all of them at once, you will be erectile dysfunction free for the rest of your life. And that's the way it is. I mean, your body's going to be operating very well. And that again is low T. Get rid of your low T, get rid of your chronic stress, and help your body produce a lot of nitric oxide naturally. And what you'll see is just a very healthy functioning system. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to the Anabolic Man YouTube channel, and I'll see you on the next video.